tell you, these 8th graders, Emma Hebling, Maddie Scales, and Mr. Aaron Teagarden, Aaron, we've actually probably only been doing this seriously for maybe 6 or 7 months. It's just shocking to hear the progress, people playing in harmony and unison together after such a short time. Very proud of these guys.
So let's go through the kind of the learning curve here. I mean, was it instantaneous music and sound?
Oh no, it was not instantaneous.
No.
I remember back in November when we started trying to learn for the Christmas concert. It was a pretty hard time learning Twinkle Twinkle.
Twinkle, yeah.
We've come a long way in a short amount of time of 7 months. We only get music classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh wow, this is only 2 times a week. Sounded like
2 times a week.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's fantastic.
Well, we do have other things we have to learn about.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. That's impressive. What's been your favorite part of picking up a violin and getting started with it?
Oh gosh, I just really like working at a song so much and then being able to play it at the end like perfectly and then just knowing it like really well. Like I like that part. Just having like a whole book of songs you can play in your head. It's really neat.
Just ready to pick it up and go.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll swing the mic around here just a little bit. What's been the hardest part of going through this process and learning from nothing how to play music and play the violin?
Maddie's been putting up with me for the entire year as a new teacher. Maddie's picked this up really well, though, and her sister Paige is a 7th grader. And you guys, did you guys pick it up the same time? Yeah. You and Paige?
So what's it been like learning this with your sister side by side? She doesn't know. It's just been so fun. There are no words.
Usually there's been a conflict between the Scale sisters, but it's been a pretty good
competitive
unison, competitive
there you
I
go.
would say that, but it's been pretty good unison between those two, going from some 7th graders and 8th graders, both being able to collab 14 people at a time and have such a short amount of time to do it is pretty impressive.
Fantastic. Well, I understand we've got another tune ready to go?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Matt, there's one that Aaron Teagard has been working on here. It's called The Girl I Left Behind Me. A lot of the songs that we've been working on have been kind of from the American folk music canon and repertoire. And this one is actually dates back to the Civil War. And Aaron's going to perform it with you, and Maddie and Emma are going to sing with us. It's called The Girl I Left Behind Me.
Wonderful.
Backpack on my back and my rifle on my shoulder. I'm going down to Gettysburg, and there I'll be a soldier. Oh, the girl I left, the girl I left, the girl I left behind me. If ever I see that gal of mine, I'm gonna pick her up behind me.
Garden. Thank you.
Fantastic. So this is the St. Michael's School. 7th and 8th graders in this morning? All 8th grade? All 8th grade. All right. Doing a fantastic job. Nice little in-studio concert with us this morning. We're going to take a quick break. We've got plenty more to come, and, of course, some more music. Keep it right here on C103. As our 10 a.m. show continues after this. Our 10 a.m. show here on C103, talking with some students and educators from St. Michael's. We've got a nice little concert going on in the studio this morning, which is fantastic. So let's get right back into the music here. I understand you've got a pretty special tune.
We sure do, Matt. This is one that was written by the Carter family back in the early 1920s. And one of our 8th graders here, Maddie Scales, has actually put lyrics to this as part of her 8th grade music project. Maddie, will you tell just a little bit about, your time at St. Michael's and, what prompted you to put these lyrics together?
It's my last year at St. Michael's, so I wanted to do something special.
Well, Maddie, it's a beautiful song. We're going to play Maddie's arrangement of it. We'll sing a couple verses and play a little bit on the violin. Wildwood Flower.
The winter farewell. See the birds fly on high, oh, the stories they tell of the clear summer sky and the cool morning dew. Then I woke to the sun rising in view. Last days of school will be bittersweet, but I think of the adventures and the people I'll meet, and I pray that my faith will help me stand tall, and that God will be with me throughout it all.
Thank you, Matt.
All right. Way to go, guys. But, the really most impressive part of this is that not only have you got these kids who have picked up instruments like 7 months ago, you've got kids picking up instruments 7 months ago that already know. You guys aren't even looking at music. You know these by heart. And They're
Never used
all in tune, right together.
Well, they've worked awfully hard on it, and Matt, one of the things that we have really pushed for this new year is to, one of the things we want to emphasize in our music program is music memorization. It kind of goes back to what we spoke about earlier, carrying music on outside of school and outside of the classroom. I think that being able to memorize and retain and perform a melody is crucial to being able to take your instrument outside the classroom and continue that on into adulthood.
Fantastic. What do you got next for us?
We have another, after Maddie sang that wonderful rendition of the Carter family song, Wildwood Flower, we have another Carter family song that we're just going to sing here. I want to kind of show off some of the students' voices here. This is another Carter family song called Keep on the Sunny Side. And it's one of those songs, as far as our mission at St. Michael's goes, we definitely have a mission that emphasizes our faith and our positivity and the love of our community and families. And we'd like to show that through music as well. And this is one of those songs that we feel does just that. So here's Keep on the Sunny Side with the 8th graders, Maddie Scales, Emma Hebling, and Aaron Teagarden singing.
There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. If you meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day. It'll brighten all the way. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, the storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day. It'll brighten all the way. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Let us greet with a song of hope each day. Though the moments be cloudy or fair, let us trust in our Savior always, to keep us everyone in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day. It'll brighten all the way. If we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on the sunny side of life.
Fantastic. So they can sing and play.
They can do just about anything. These guys are some wonderful 8th graders and brilliant students. Sure is a pleasure to work with them.
Well, fantastic. Well, Andy, I know we talked about the musical side of things, and we'll give them a break here because, man, they just fantastic. Way to go. Not only are these some really impressive musical students, but also pretty impressive academically as well.
Absolutely. We were just talking, this past weekend was Ohio State Science Day in Columbus at the Ohio State University. And 2 of our students here, Aaron and Emma, along with 3 students back at school, Caroline Day, Alex Arnn, and Rhiannon Nuremberg, also qualified for the state. And it was a pretty special thing because our school had more representation than any school in our district at the state science fair. And they did very well up there, and we have a tradition of that. Emma's been up 3 times to the state. Emma, would you like to speak to that?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. There's always, the first time is, nerve-wracking, I think. Kind of up until the moment that you're there. And then when you get there, it's just, really, kind of looser than you thought it was going to be, and it's a lot of fun to be there and experience that.
And we make the science fair a big deal at our school because it's an opportunity for the kids to do some hands-on, and like Harrison said a little bit ago about doing things that you're actually going to use in life. We really push that and push children being allowed to use their talents and find their talents and go with it, and not necessarily be bogged down with things that they're not interested in. We're really trying to push things that make the curriculum something that they will be interested in and see a use for it.
How do you balance? I mean, you're talking about so many different things going on. Of course, faith has to come first and foremost with your school, but how do you balance that with academics and with music? And I mean,
there's no question. I mean, it's tough. I mean, we're busy, and I know people that are around me ask me all the time if I'm stressed out. I certainly am, but I can tell you our staff is fantastic. I mean, you can see what Harrison has done with these guys in such a short time, and you can see his talents, and that's what we want our staff to do. We want our staff to use their talents. And my job as the principal is to put them in a position where they are going to be able to use their talents. What can each person on our staff add to the education of every one of our students? And I think that's the key. And we're very blessed to have a very talented staff who knows, teaching is a vocation. Mm-hmm. And it has to be that way at our school. Teaching is a vocation. It's not just a job, not just some place to come pick up a paycheck. We're changing the lives of students, and I'm so proud of these 8th graders, and so proud of our students. When they go on. Maddie's sister actually was a St. Michael graduate, and she's graduating from St. Patrick's this year, and she's getting an athletic scholarship to play soccer at the University of Charleston.
Oh wow!
I mean, we're proud of our alumni, and I can't wait to see what these guys do in high school, and we're going to continue to celebrate all the accomplishments of our alumni, because we're very proud of our students and our families, and that's really what St. Michael is a big family.
Well, fantastic. Let's hear a little more from your family then, if you guys are ready with your next song.
Thank you, Matt. This is one that Emma's prepared here. And like I said earlier, Emma's an 8th grader at St. Michael's. Emma, tell us a little bit about what's the title of this one, and what's a little bit of the history on this?
It is Swallowtail Jig, and it's an Irish fiddle tune from the 17th century, and it came over into the United States when Irish immigrants were coming over, and it was adopted into the American music canon.
All right, let's hear it. Ms. Emma Hebling on the violin.
Way to go. So, got a little double time there at the end. Yeah. How hard is it to just suddenly switch tempo?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Talk about the
That song is hard just as a total. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of minor chords.
Just talk about the bow.
And the bowing is really weird because it's very difficult because you usually only have like one finger on each string at the same time, but you always have to have two fingers on two strings into this entire part of the song. And when you move it, it's like the whole song is like completely off key, and it's very.
I think you did really well with it, though. It's fantastic.
That's what I've been impressed with. Is that they're taking on very difficult things. They're not
Right.
they're not easing into it. They're not playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. They're jumping into very, very hard stuff and done fantastic with it.
Now, Mr. Pedigo, we got to talk about that a little bit. So again, obviously your big focus is real world music and real world application.
Yes, sir.
How do you come up with the songs that this group's going to
Absolutely.
perform?
One of the things that I've been focusing on, and one of my goals, just with the music program this year, has been, learning music through something that is culturally relevant to us. I think a lot of times we run into a little bit of a difficult time identifying with the music that we're playing in schools, especially, we are a school that's located literally on the Ohio Valley River. Mm-hmm. And I live in Maysville, Kentucky, and, we are living in the backyard of traditional American music. And there's been a real resurgence, and you see this in universities in Moorhead and in Indiana, where, the old time and traditional American folk music canon is being taken a whole lot more seriously and is being respected a lot more. And I like to think that in learning violin through songs like Swallowtail Jig and through songs that, literally, our grandfathers and great-great-grandfathers could have been playing, on the River Valley, years ago. I think that's a much more meaningful and intimate relationship with music that you otherwise maybe couldn't achieve through other sorts.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to take another quick break with that. Stay tuned. We've got more with St. Michael School after this here on C103. 6 here at C103. Good morning to you again. I'm Matt Hildebrand, your host for our 10 a.m. show this morning. We've got some students in from St. Michael School. They've been playing music for us. We've been talking about their educational experience with music teacher, Mr. Pedigo. Harrison.
Thank you very much, Matt.
I keep wanting to call you Ben.
That's okay.
This is your moment for some shameless self-promotion because you and your dad play some music
That's
together.
right. I tell you what, my father kind of got me on the old time and bluegrass thing as a child, and we've got a string of dates lined up in June. We're playing at Maysville Uncorked. We're playing at Summer Sounds. We're playing at the Harriet Beecher Stowe House, and then with another group of mine, Slippery Creek, we're getting ready to go on a Colorado tour.
Wow.
In July, and we're going to be playing John Hartford Memorial Fest at the end of this month here.
That's awesome. Fantastic. So look for, now, the Pedigos.
Yes, sir. The Pedigos
is what you and your dad go by.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's an easy one to remember. So look for the Pedigos out and about this summer. It's going to be great. All right. Well, let's hear your next tune with the St. Michael Band.
Thank you so much, Matt. I tell you what, Aaron Teagarden, 8th grader here, has prepared an arrangement, a medley of fiddle tunes, the first of which is called Cripple Creek, and the second of which is called Old Joe Clark. And this is something, Aaron, where would you hear this kind of music at, if you were back in time, back in the early 1900s, something like that?
Both of these songs have kind of originated out of the eastern Kentucky area, but today we're just going to play a melody of both of them, which is something that old-time fiddler players used to do with a couple songs, put them together for a barn dance or a square dance style event.
Absolutely. Aaron Teagarden.
level of concentration on your face was just intense.
He always looks like that.
He always looks like that. That's pretty intense.
Trademark of my character.
I got you. If you're going to be known by one thing, intense is pretty good. That's
Concentration
all right.
and intensity.
That's right. All right.
Intensity, intelligence, and integrity, folks.
He's just adding to it as we go here. Yeah.
Yes, he's hamming it up, man.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's definitely the performer. Might consider taking these guys out on the road with you.
Well, I was hoping that just, Aaron, I wanted to let you know, just please remember me when you get to Nashville. Just don't forget about me, and, make sure to, send me a postcard every once in a while.
I'll send you a postcard I'll thank you from the CMAs
There you
on
go.
ABC, 9 o'clock. 2035.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Well, with that, let's get to our next song.
Matt, we got one more for the whole group here. This is, again, the 8th grade class at St. Michael's. They've worked awfully hard this year. It's Emma Hebling on the violin, Maddie Scales on the violin, Aaron Teagarden on the violin. This one's called Boil Them Cabbage Down.
Hey, howdy, folks. I don't know where your students might get hamming it up from.
Well, man, I tell you, it's been awfully good to be on C103 with you guys. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be part of this community here. I tell you what, we couldn't be more blessed.
Yeah, it truly is. You guys are just a great gem here in Southern Ohio, Northern Kentucky. Wonderful school, wonderful students, as folks can hear today. Andy, where do you go from here as far as musically? I mean,
That part's up to Harrison.
What more is there?
I'm very happy to announce that Harrison will be back with
Well,
us.
thank you for having me and putting up with me this year.
Is that your official contract extension
This
right
is it.
there?
This is right now.
We just worked it out on the way here.
Yeah.
No, he's got big plans for the future for our music program, and I will support him all along the way. I mean, we were very blessed that he's giving of his time and talent to us, and I'm gonna support him and give them what they need to be successful for all of our students, because he really does do a great job. And you're just seeing the 8th graders here today, but it's tremendous what the younger kids have done too. Has been phenomenal, and
Absolutely.
I can't imagine after years of Mr. Pettigo's tutelage, where they will be as 8th graders. Where are they going to be as 8th graders? It's going to be amazing because, I mean, just in 7 months, what these guys have done has truly been incredible. I just can't imagine where this is going. I think it's going to be fantastic, and certainly a great program for us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about it a little, Harrison.
Sure.
Going forward, obviously you're getting violins in the hands of your 7th and 8th graders.
Absolutely.
You said ukuleles in the hands of 1st and 2nd graders.
Yeah, the goal this year we have, I wanted everybody, every 1 through 8, I want everybody playing an instrument. I want everybody doing something productive. Right now we have it so that the 1st and 2nd grade are getting a foundation in rhythm and in time through playing the ukulele, and then they're translating that as they grow older into 3rd and 4th grade where they're playing the guitar. And from there we introduce kind of a melody instrument Matt, it's the Appalachian Dulcimer, which we have some of our fifth and sixth graders playing on, and then from there we take them to the violin. I have some ideas to incorporate viola in next year.
Wow.
And we also are hopefully we should be one of the only middle schools in Ohio next year accredited through the American String Teachers Association. So that's a
Fantastic.
big deal. Also thinking about incorporating some Suzuki methods, some classical violin. That's my background is in classical as well as old-time music. So we have big plans and are really excited about the music program here at St. Mike's.
I think with great reason you should be very excited about the future. Guys, let's talk to you before we get our play out song. Is this something you plan to continue with? I mean, is this I know we're seeing you on the CMAs, but
Yes.
I plan to
Yeah.
for the break between 8th grade and the start of high school. I plan to do some summer lessons with Mr. Pettigos, talking about
Yeah.
Suzuki 1 and 2, maybe getting into some more harder fast time old fiddle tunes, and hopefully throughout the next 4 years that I'm definitely going to be here, we'll make something happen.
fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely plan to do summer lessons with Mr. Pettigo too, but I definitely want to get into the classical music. I really like the classical music.
All right. What about? I mean, you're already a singer-songwriter, so where do you go from there?
Plan to take summer lessons with Mr. Petio too.
Awesome.
To continue.
You're going to be a busy guy this
That's right.
summer.
And Maddie, all her sisters, Maddie has a family of, she's one of seven daughters. And all her little sisters, Paige and Kara and Mia, they all play music too. So there's been talk about a Scales family string band led
Wow.
by Sierra Scales, their middle sister.
That'd be fantastic.
Well, one of the things we were talking about on the way up here, Harrison was talking about things that he has. He talked about his schedule for the summer, but one of the things that he was talking to them about is that if they they cultivate this skill, this is something that they could do, for money.
Most
Something
definitely,
that
yeah.
they can get their own gigs and go out and do things too. And I know I wish as a kid I would have had that talent to be able to.
That's a lot better than mowing lawns all summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I did. So, well, guys, I want to say thank you all so much for coming
Thank
in
you, Matt.
and playing with us today. Really, truly appreciate it. Best of luck to you all in the future and down the line. And we'll see you at the CMAs here in just a few years. All right, man.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you so much.